Hi everyone, my name is Gail Shirey and I hope you are enjoying your semester here at SMC in whatever form that may be taking. And I wanted to talk with you briefly about this particular unit, which for you is week 4, unit 4, and in test taking strategies, test preparation strategies in the college arena. So I want to just take a minute and share my screen. I want to look at the items that we have for you on our Moodle page in week 4. And there's quite a few resources. The point of this module is to introduce you to various academic success strategies to enable you to be more efficient with your study time and processing information. The resources, there's some great ones on study myths. A lot of times students have these as they come into the college arena, and it's very important that you be aware that they're myths, which means they're not really true. And if you engage in these kinds of activities or these myths, you are not doing yourself any favor. One great strategy that I want you to be aware of is mnemonics. And there's a lot of different types of mnemonics out there. This informational page introduces you to some of them. You can also Google or do YouTube and just type in the word mnemonics and it'll give you more information about them. Mnemonics are very underused. In other words, you should use them more. They're great for the brain. The brain really associates well with them. And if you can create mnemonics with important information that you need to recall later, that will definitely be more efficient for you in your study time. A couple other resources, time management and time diet. The most common thing we hear from students is, oh, I just don't have enough time, there's not enough time. Quite often it's about how you're managing your time. And then realistically, how much time should be given to work in the college arena, things like homework, those kinds of things. And then of course I have a video on procrastination. Procrastination is the enemy. We all do it. It's very natural for you to avoid, for the human to avoid unpleasant things. And most of us, homework is unpleasant quite often, or it's not our favorite thing to do. There's also a lecture here on taking notes, why it's important, how it works with your brain. And then there's an annotating video. One of the biggest strategies that you want to try to do, especially when you are reading textbook information, is to engage or actively read. And annotating is a form of being active or actively engaging with the text. There are several different activities and assignments. Most of them are short, but the first one is a discussion. And if you've not yet used a discussion, this is where you are going to add the topic, and essentially what we want you talking about is how are you prioritizing your daily time? Based on some of the items that you look through, the time diet and time management, how are you prioritizing your daily time? Think about it as, okay, is it making me move forward in an opportunity that I want to a more maybe fulfilling or financially rewarding life? Are you investing your time wisely? Are you spending lots of time maybe on entertainment items versus items that are going to progress you into the future, such as completing work or engaging with your instructors, those kinds of things? And essentially, we want you to write 2 or 3 practical steps that you can do to improve your habits of time management. One of the biggest items that students tell us is they didn't think they had enough time, but when they start actually mapping out their time, they realize, oh, I was spending lots of time on these things, and you just simply need to prioritize your time into other items. We have 3 interactive videos for you to watch. They're interactive means there are questions embedded within it. These are part of your grade. They're not difficult, but in all the answers are within the video, but it just forces you to pay attention and really process the information. So you click on the arrow and then questions will appear. You do want to play the video all the way to the end, answer all the questions and submit at the end. And you'll know you've submitted because the grade will instantly go into the grade book of whatever your score is. So if you look in the grade book and you did not get a score, that means, oh, rats, I got to go back and try that again. I must have forgotten to submit or missed questions or something along those lines. All three of those work the same way. They're very good information on critical thinking and then study techniques. What works, what's efficient, and what is not efficient. Oftentimes we're doing things we think are efficient, but they're actually not. And then the final assignment is a 7-day study plan. In this, we want you to utilize the concepts that you went over in this unit, such as the time diet and chunking and mnemonics, and basically create a 7-day study plan to prepare for a test in one of your classes, whatever your next test is going to be in whatever class you're taking this semester. Be sure to include detailed information of how you're going to actively engage with information during studying. Don't be generic. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to study for an hour. That's not helpful. You want to make a very detailed plan and lay it out. And then the more detailed it is, the more likely you are to follow through, by the way. So I hope you found that helpful. And I'm going to stop share. And of course, if you have any questions on any of the assignments, reach out to your instructor who's working with you for Ed 120 and enjoy this module. I hope you find it valuable.